Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we all want to be forever young. We'll be talking to two experts who are going to teach us all how to turn back the hands of time. That's next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, guys, I am 60 years old, about to turn 61, and I have no intention of ever getting old. I've been on an anti-aging program now for about a decade, and I can honestly tell you, in my mind, I feel 20. Two people who are equally as passionate about the same subject are my guests in studio right now. Sarah Carrillo and Dave Baxter. They're with Gameday. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, why don't we start with you, Dave? So tell us what Gameday is.
Well, Gameday is a men's health clinic, and our main focus goal is simple. It's simply to make the man feel his best. As men start getting older in their 30s, they may start to lose their testosterone and other just natural progressing abilities.
And you've been on something of a health journey yourself, right? You lost 30 pounds?
Absolutely. Decided to watch what I eat, start an exercise program, and started testosterone and lost 30 pounds. And now we have a passion for it and wanted to grow, get into the business.
Absolutely. Sarah, tell us about your role. You are the clinic director.
That's correct.
And you're also a nurse practitioner.
Yes.
What is your role there?
Yeah, so my role there is every time a patient comes in and they're interested in testosterone therapy, weight loss therapy, or if they come in complaining of erectile dysfunction, essentially I assess them from top to bottom. Mostly I'll start with the labs first to see if there's anything that could be a metabolic disturbance that could be causing any of their erectile dysfunction or fatigue, low libido, just all overall depression symptoms. And Jeff, when guys come in, essentially when they make it there, they're looking for help. And so I start with the most easiest thing that I can target first. Usually that is testosterone, kind of like, what you had said earlier, I don't ever want to get old. And when you hit that 30 years old mark, you do start kind of falling off with your testosterone. So I assess them and we'll do some point of care lab testing right in the lab. Those 3 labs, as long as they're within a range for, based on my clinical expertise, I can go ahead and start them that day. I do like to express other things to the client. I like to talk to them about erectile dysfunction. I don't think that there is a very well broadcasted service market anymore, for guys especially. It used to be, here, just take Viagra, take the little blue pill, or go to the gas station and pop the first pill. But there are other services we offer, such as Gameday and PRP injections that are actually directly back into the penis. While it does sound painful, I've had many guys that say they can't even feel it after I, do my initial block. So, yeah.
And unfortunately, in many marriages, it's just something that nobody talks about. And so the couple might get used to just the way it is, and it doesn't have to be that way.
No, not at all.
We're going to pull up the website because it's part of a national franchise company.
Correct. And
you own the rights to the Grapevine, Colleyville, Southlake area.
We did.
And what's been your experience so far? It's got a good name. Do you find that there are people who say, "Oh, I've heard of you guys"?
Well, they're starting to hear from us quite a bit. Gameday has recently sold 850 territories across the United States. And so they've opened up over about 200 of them right now, and 34 in the Dallas-Fort Worth location.
Sure.
And the guys it's a man cave dedicated to make the man feel his best. And the guys, they feel special when they come into our clinic. They're not just a number.
Sure.
And we care about how they feel. And once these patients start feeling their best, they are excited and they like it and they're telling their friends, and it's starting to create a big buzz around the Grapevine area.
Love it. You sent us a little video. We're going to roll that video. This is kind of a walkthrough of your clinic. And maybe, Sarah, do you want to narrate that for us?
Yeah, so this is getting off the elevator. This is looking at our lobby area. This is where typically our two MAs sit, Martha and then Elizabeth as well. Kind of backing up, this is looking into the man cave area. We do offer snacks. We have other vendors, especially personal trainers and others that come in alike and, offer their services as well. We're happy to share that with everybody. We love networking. We want to be a part of their network, so we certainly do pass out those cards as well. This is walking back into our lab. Yeah. And you were going down the hallway. We do have a bathroom. This is one of our blood draw areas where we typically do some of our injections and drawing. That's coming up our front foyer stairs. That's my procedure room. That is where I conduct all of my bigger procedures. That's our Gaines Wave machine there.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Sarah, what's your favorite story of a client you've helped so far?
Yeah, so I think I have one. I have a client who was born with hypospadius. Hypospadius, Jeff, is a congenital anomaly that a person is born with the meatus, which is where you void urine, either on the bottom or the top of the penis versus the very end. With that comes a lifetime of reconstructive surgeries that do require, 2, 3, 4, every so many years to reconstruct as the body grows and as the man goes through puberty. Essentially, with scar tissue, what can happen is you can create banding or an acquired Peyronie's disease, which does make the erection can be painful. But it can also make it not straight. So I like to do PRP for those types of cases, but this guy sought us out actually, and I've done PRP, softened up his scars and made his erections more intense and made it more enjoyable for him in his life.
Wow. Yeah. And you guys also deal with weight loss. Talk a little bit about that program, Dave.
We have a whole different line of peptides, and specifically we have the tirzepatide, which is a very popular new weight loss drug that just recently hit the market. And we also we do quite a bit of the semaglutide as well.
How long does it typically take to see results? Let's maybe start with testosterone. If somebody starts testosterone treatments, how long does it take to feel better?
Yeah, so I would say for gentlemen, with an injection, you do kind of feel that instant gratification when you initially get the injection, right? But to reestablish a baseline of testosterone within the body, I would say about 6 weeks. And at that point, we would recheck your labs and kind of go based on that.
Sure. And what would you say is the average age of your patient these days? Are they getting younger and younger?
Absolutely.
They are getting younger. I would say our average age is probably the late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah. I remember when Botox first became popular, my daughter was 22 at the time, and she furrowed up her brow and she said, "Daddy, I think I need Botox." I said, even a baby can form wrinkles if you furrow your brow. But it speaks to this idea that even in your 20s, nobody wants to get old.
Right.
Talk about that trend. I mean, that I remember when I was growing up, there was like Sanford and Son and the Waltons, and you actually saw old people on primetime television. I can't name a hit show with an old person in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't know about you, Jeff, but my wife has made me go with her to a spa treatment and get a manicure and a pedicure. And, the pedicure does feel quite nice, I have to admit. And guys like to take care of themselves. Why not take it a step further and join Gameday and feel the best that you could possibly feel every day?
Absolutely. And you guys also work with women?
We do. We do have a few women, actually, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, in the last minute or so, I want you to talk to the person who's considering coming in. I mean, do you accept people to come in to just visit and take a tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Come in. It's very easy to set up an appointment. You do that over the phone. We can do it via text. Once they set up their appointment, they can come in. We do a quick blood draw. It takes less than 5 minutes. We'll spin their blood on our in-house lab. We get the results in 15 minutes, and I'm getting to know you and talk to you and give you some refreshments during that time. And then you can discuss the results with Sarah and giving you the results, and you can start treatment the exact same day, right then and there, all within less than an hour.
Outstanding. Sarah, we'll give you the final word. What would you like to say to the person who's they're tired? They don't have the the energy they used to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that with pathologic aging, it's part of it, right? But as your hormones decrease, so does your mood, so does your overall mental clarity and functionality as a person. So before you go and ask a doctor, do I have ADHD? Do I have, any kind of other mental disorder? Let me check your hormones. Let me optimize those first. And if I see anything else that I can't correct at Gameday, I'll be happy to send you on, elsewhere for collaborative care.
Outstanding. We're going to end with their website, which is gamedaymenshealth.com/grapevine. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Jeff.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.